You know why we're here. We're here to make money. Cold hard cash. Hi guys, and welcome back to Crypto Chester. My name is Chester, and today I'm going to be walking you through these awful markets, right? Now, the crypto markets today, guys, we're going to be hitting up the 1 hour. That's obviously the short term. Then we're going to be moving on to the mid-term time frame for Bitcoin. And then we're going to be hitting up the long term. Once we're done with Bitcoin on the long term, covered up pretty much as many angles as we can get here, looking for a potential bounce point for Bitcoin, a big buying opportunity to be looking out for, because there is one, right? There is one definitely on the cards here, guys. We've dumped significantly. This is where we need to be calm. We need to be collected. We need to be ready to basically get ready to get in and buy it up for an accumulation phase coming through here. It's not the end of the world, right? Bitcoin is, yes, down at 33,000, but hey, we were pumping considerably for so long. It's like probably what, a 50% retracement or something from the all-time high. It's like not the end of the world, because we know and we are going to believe in crypto for a considerable amount of time, right? It's not the end of the world for us. We're going to be trading this down. We are trading this down. We can be trading this left, right, center, all over the place, right? We're going to make money. We're going to make money either way. That's pretty much guaranteed, and that's why we do study this TA. And that's why we do take the time to really do learn this, guys. And it's very, very important because I know a lot of people learn how to trade in like a bull run, right? And if we are basically trading this downtrend like we are trading now, a lot of people are like, they're struggling because they don't know how to short and stuff like that. This is why you need to like really broaden out your knowledge of technical analysis and how to essentially trade all different types of markets, right? So if anything, what you are experiencing now, if you are losing money at this point, even in your hodl, like you obviously, you know how I have my hodl and stuff. I have it all separate to my trading amounts and stuff like that, which is very, very advised. It takes out the emotion of everything. So I know right now my hodl is just going down, right? I know it's going down. I'm losing money on my hodl, but that's absolutely fine. It's a hodl. It's there for literally 5 years. If anything, I'm just adding to that. Anytime that we're dumping like this, I'm just buying more and putting it in there, right? It's fine. It's fine to be doing that. Obviously, if you have the equity behind you to do that, right? And for the last, for a long time now, I've been just trading and getting my my trading balance up continuously, and then just moving that into my hodl every time we see a dip, right? Just buying up more and accumulating more coins, because when we do see another massive run up like we have seen, like in previous crypto history, like say this time last year, right? If we see another run up like that, then it's just going to be, the gains are going to be irreversible gains, right? Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, it's not the end of the world where we are now. What I am saying is, look, we can trade all different types of markets, guys. We are still making money here. It's absolutely fine. Take a step back. You're cool. Calm and collected. That's how we do it. Yeah, we're going to be doing a bit of Bitcoin coming through there, all different time frames. And then we're going to be And then we're going to be looking at Fear and Greed Index. We're going to have a look at Crypto Quant as well, because there's a couple of charts and stuff that I want to look at as well, like All Exchanges Reserve, because that is still heading down, which is really, really quite interesting. Funding rates. We're going to look at whale ratio. We're going to look at open interest. You know, the good stuff that we need to be looking at here, right? And once we're done with all that juicy carnage coming through there, we're going to be going straight through to some altcoins, guys. Some altcoin requests coming through there. So make sure you're ready to get your altcoin requests in the chat once I'm done with the whole BTC carnage of what we're seeing here, right? First things first. Damn, we're on 6 likes already, guys. Barely even started. So yeah, I do appreciate the likes coming through. Who have we got in the chat? We got Phoenix. We got Ella. We've got Simon. We got Professor Stabby in the streets. We got NYO Neo. Is that Neo? You are who you are, man. Nice to see you on the stream, man. We've got Cryptoholics on the stream. Nice to see you on the stream, man. Crypto DK. We've got a celebrity in the chat there, guys. We've got Bitcoin Beats coming through there. Yeah, nice to see you on the stream there, bro. Yeah, guys, go check him out if you don't know who he is. Go check out my older brother. Streamer, trader, amazing, cool dude, right? But yeah, got popping YouTube channel, right? Go check him out. We got Sarigra coming through. They got Mr. Malconey coming through as well. Phoenix saying, "Hey, Hammy, how's Shib?" Yeah, we had a little Shib raid on his live stream like last week, right? pretty fun, right? Right, now, let's have a little look at what is going on here, because this is pretty goddamn bloody, right? Now, last week, guys, we were weighing up the chances for a potential pretty big, juicy short coming through there, right? We've obviously got this falling parallel channel here. Yes, they tend to usually break to the upside, but in this market, nothing's breaking to the upside. It's all just breaking down. It's all falling. But hey, we're short in this market. It's absolutely fine. I got into my short position on candle body close. I think it was Friday night or something. It was around that time, around this sort of area here. And then I basically just shorted it down. As you can see, all my take profits basically being tapped and smacked and thrown about. As you can see, when you do hit your first take profit, guys, you know what we do here with the gridding your take profits. We move our stop loss to our entry point, right? You can see how goddamn close we were to getting back to that entry point. So I was lucky I didn't even trail my stop loss down. And then we basically carried on further down to this morning and smashed my final take profit. The measure moved for around 11% there. So yeah, not too bad overall. Nice little short position to go through there. Hopefully you guys did you did your own research on this last week, because I did run through this quite a few times. Ran through this quite a few times. So hopefully you guys did get involved with that amazing stuff if you did. Now, what are we seeing now here for the short term for Bitcoin? I'm just going to do some fresh TA off the block here. Because obviously, guys, we've been slamming down really pretty hard, right? Really quite hard. Not like, not soft punches. We're talking one bangs, right? They're solid. They're absolutely solid. Like the last couple of hours this morning, real blood on the streets, right? Really bad. And I would expect some sort of pullback right now, just because we are setting lows here for Bitcoin, especially on the longer term timeframes as well. We are setting lows in terms of these trends, so we can't just go down here. We need lower highs to basically be tapped, be smacked, to say hello to them, and then we can look at continuation to the downside again, right? So yeah, at this point in time, what are we looking at in terms of chart patterns here? I mean, it's gonna be a parallel channel, guys. We're going to have a parallel channel coming through there. So there is going to be another short-term short coming through there if, and only if, we are going to be setting new lows and we are going to be breaking these low wicks to the downside and losing around 32, we'll say 33,000 for simplicity's sake here. If we lose 33,000 for, all right, maybe not 32,000, like 600-700 there. If we lose it around this sort of area, and we have a nice candle body close and probably a retest of that downward sloping currently support line, we will be using it as resistance. Then there is going to be a little bit of a short coming through, just for like a day trade. It's going to be nothing compared to the size of the short position we are still in here on the longer term time frame, right? So yeah, it's not going to be nothing to the size of that. This is just for like a day trade sort of thing, maybe a couple of percent on the table to be taken if we are going to have continuation to the downside, right? This is going to be the measure move, guys. As you can see, the measure move coming down like so, bang bang, going on the most recent downtrend here. And we are going to be having a little look at what is going on here. It's going to be, okay, it's going to be a hell of a lot more than a couple of percent here, guys. Hell of a lot more than a couple of percent. 8.49%. Do I think we're going to be dumping like this? I would have said last week, probably not. But with the state of the markets right now, it is looking ever so more likely that people are looking to really sell off their crypto. And if you just look at like the top 50 cryptocurrencies right now, it's really quite bad. In terms of a summary for you guys, let me just have a little reflection back and just just see which ones are doing the worst, and I can call them out to you. We've got Matic. We're down 16% on Matic right there. What else have we got? We've got T-Fuel, Theta Fuel, baby, down around 15% there. Solana, I saw Solana was doing really badly, actually. $83 for a Solana at the moment, guys. Cheap. Everything's on sale. It's like Black Friday for crypto, right? 15%, nearly 16% down for Solana there. Really quite crazy price action. As you can see, guys, everything's pretty much taken a big tumble. The ones that haven't really tumbled as far as others are jumping out here. We've got MKR, guys, a bit of Maker. That's currently, obviously, the supply on that's very limited. They're currently priced at $1,714 a coin. They're only down around 6.44%, which, to be honest, is not actually too bad. That's not too bad at all, in my opinion, right? What else have we got that's not really down too much? Doge. Yeah, Doge is only down around 8%, guys. Obviously, obviously, you know my opinion on Doge anyway. We've got Tron down at around 9%, so yeah, not too bad. But yeah, we'll get to altcoins fairly shortly once we're done with BTC. But yeah, it's going to be the move today, guys. If this is going to happen, this is something I'm going to be looking for. I mean, I'm less inclined to be taking this position. I am, just because I am already short here on the longer term time frame here, on the midterm, as we were discussing this falling parallel channel for God knows how long here. And then we had a big death cross coming through on the daily chart here last week, and it's just been, yeah, there's been a lot of signs telling us that we're going to be coming down, breaking lows, setting lower highs, not invalidating lower highs here. So so it's just, we're just setting these lows right now. We have actually seen the 4-hour candle close there, so we are going to be moving that Fibonacci retracement down to that swing low even lower there, which is going to be very interesting to see indeed. And then we can really plan for a retracement coming through from that lower high, which is going to be potentially set there when we do see a retracement, because we're not just going to keep going down, guys. But yeah, anyway, back to the short-term time frame for now, because there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here. So yeah, as you can see, we do have the RSI coming through. Did get to the oversold point earlier here on that big crash this morning, I do believe. But you can see we are actually having a bit of a buyback coming through. I mean, when I say a bit of a buyback, it's like it's ranging in between like this $1,000 sort of area, I do believe. And let's zoom in a little bit more, see if we can get some more details on that. So the low on that is 33,000, pretty much dead on. Came all the way back up to 34,000. So yeah, $1,200, guys. We're ranging in between this $1,200 sort of area there. We are seeing a bit of a buyback coming through here, but really not even claiming this sort of area, right? I want to see more upwards momentum. If we're going to be flipping back here, and we are going to be looking for maybe even a break of this falling parallel chance to the upside, right? Because we like to weigh up all different opportunities here, guys. If we are going to be looking for a break to the upside, and we do see a bit of a buyback coming through for Bitcoin, which, to be honest, it's kind of expected at this point, right? We've been dumping down for so long. We're gonna have some sort of buyback or some sort of micro uptrend, right? It's gonna happen. We're not just gonna keep going down, right? So yeah, if this is gonna happen, guys, we need to be talking about the idea of us breaking this this current level of resistance, right? We've tested this 3 times here, so we are potentially going to come up and test this again. Do I think we're probably going to bang it straight to the goddamn moon from here? Absolutely, probably not, right? But yeah, this is definitely going to be an area to watch here, and we need to be prepared for all scenarios, right? Because we know Bitcoin, we know how scare it is at the moment. We know how volatile it is, so we basically need to be prepared here. The most recent uptrend for this measure move is something along the lines of that, going from the top to the bottom there, and this is going to be meaning a gain of around 5.72% there. Quite interesting stuff indeed. I mean, to be honest, when we're seeing a Monday like this, guys, and like I don't know if you guys have seen Wolf of Wall Street, when it was like Black Monday, they called it, and yeah, it was pretty dreadful, right? Usually on a Tuesday, Wednesday, we're probably going to see some sort of buyback, right? We're going to see some sort of buyback for crypto. All it's going to take is one whale to invest in Bitcoin, and it's going to be throwing the price of a lot of the altcoins up, right? So just be prepared for that, and we just basically need to be prepared to be making money either way, in either direction, right? That does not say that we're still breaking out of that downtrend here on the macro time frames, right? We're still in a massive downtrend. We're still looking very, very bad for a bear market coming through here, guys. The dreaded bear market. So yeah, we just need to be prepared to make money in all different scenarios, right? But yeah, this is going to be the move to the upside around 5.72%, move to the downside around 8.49%. And obviously, you know the score, staggering those take profits all the way down. Volume seriously high right now, right? Volume seriously high on the hourly. We did see a massive spike in the volume, smart money coming through into play there. And to be honest, from this area, I probably would either just expect like a micro downtrend along this sort of trend line here, gradually setting lows, yes, gradually setting lows, but not really any massive spike here, just because after seeing smart money coming through like this, we usually have dumb money coming through, which is basically like the retail people just coming through and just selling little bits of their hodl, right? Because they're not so confident coming through here. So that's sort of probably what I do think is going to happen there. We're probably just going to have some sort of micro downtrend along this sort of trend line coming down like this. Still setting lows, but not enough to really smash us down. Yes, that's still going to be profitable on the midterm time frame for my short position. Still making money there, all good. But in terms of activating this short on the shorter term time frame, it's a bit more unlikely in my opinion. Okay, now moving forward from that, let's jump to the macadamia nut, the MACD coming through. You can see very strong downtrend coming through. What I would say over the last sort of a couple hours in this trend, we are gradually coming to an end, right? You can see the momentum for this downtrend. It's slowing down, right? It is slowing down. And to be honest, I'm not surprised. And it's basically just a reference of what I just said in terms of the smart money coming through and then the dumb money coming through afterwards. That usually kills off the trend, right? Until we see some more smart money coming through there. But yeah, we're still miles away from a bullish crossover there, guys. So we could literally just curl over in this downtrend for probably, I don't know, maybe the rest of the day or so here on the MACD. There's no real indication of any sort of trend cycles that we could be using here. We have set, we did set a higher low coming through here on the MACD, but obviously this is the low. So this is going to be another higher low here. But yes, as I said, it's not the most reliable information in the world. If this trend wasn't here and it was the most recent higher low, then we could really be using this as information here, like more solid, congruent information. But to be honest, it's not the nicest thing in the world at this point in time, right? But yeah, if we are going to see, say if we saw a massive dump, right? Say if we did see a massive dump, I would expect trend reversal to come through here, right? I really wouldn't see us coming down past this level. So yeah, it's definitely something to be using for the future there. But yeah, let's move on here to the midterm here for BTC. Move on to the midterm here for BTC. Just gonna have a drink and then we're gonna be carrying it on. 18 likes as well, guys. Do appreciate the support coming through. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff indeed. And yeah, I was having a chat with Bitcoin Beats this morning. Jumped on a call and we're talking about obviously the state of the markets, right? And it's very interesting to see how the stock market has it obviously tanked it last week. Towards the end of last week, we saw that was just a dreadful chart, guys. Dreadful chart across the board, right? All of them, a lot of major, massive companies, right? They were down like a hell of a lot, right? And what does that tell you, right? The stocks are cheap. The stocks are cheap. So naturally, that's going to be meaning crypto is going to be taking a hit, right? That's going to be meaning because crypto obviously follows the stock market to an extent. Now, if you think about the Monday, before we've had New York open here, people are going to be moving their money. If they think we're going to have a bullish stock market open here, they're going to be moving their money from crypto and buying the stocks cheaper because obviously a lot of stocks down 10% or something crazy. They're going to be buying the stock market cheaper, waiting for that 230 open, that massive pump that we could potentially see here. So this is going to be very interesting to see how crypto does react to that as well. So yeah, 230 open is going to be a very crucial time for crypto to be watching there. But yeah, just a little oh, I think my stream just, oh no, I think we're good. But then we could see a nice big pump in crypto as well, right? Hopefully the stream's still going. Just glitched out really badly. Don't know. Fingers crossed, eh? But yeah, hopefully you guys are still there. Hopefully you can hear me. But yeah, we'll just carry on with the BTC update anyway. But yeah, let's I mean, we were talking about this a lot last week, guys, and for starters, I'm just going to move my Fibonacci swing low down because we did see the candle body close here, guys. We did see the candle body close, and I don't move it down. I know it's got a controversial thing, all these Fibonacci tracings and stuff like that on how to draw them, well, not how to draw them, but how to manage them and stuff like that. For me personally, I wait until we see candle body close for the confirmation of that swing low there, and then we're going to be moving that down, right? As you can see, this was the low from before. We didn't get any candle body close or any sort of momentum to the downside breaking that low until we did see this one here for a little bit of education for you guys there. So yeah, this is going to be the swing low that we are seeing here. The 0.236 Fibonacci retracement here is actually going to be all the way back up to 36,737. I love how I'm all the way back up to 36,000. It's how are we down at 33k now? It's been ridiculous, this journey to the downside, right? Yes, money has been made, right? It's quite interesting, right? Because obviously I've got my hodl And obviously, I've been watching my hodl depreciate. Only naturally, when crypto's trending down and stuff like that, like, it is what it is. Like, it's a hodl, you leave it. So my hodl's been depreciating, but I've been getting in shorts like left, right, and center. So I've been making money, like kind of balancing it out. So when we do see a reversal in the trend here, I'm banking money as we're coming down here. So it's gonna be like my equity is just gonna go up and up and up. It's gonna be good, right? It's gonna be pretty decent. Let's have a look at the chat there. We've got Jimmy saying Luna doing very well on this dump. Interesting stuff. Sure, we can have a look at that. Lauren survived another feeding of the cats. Stream just glitched for 2 secs. All good now. Get fiber internet, they said. It will hold your streams, they said. Dreadful. But anyway, let's move on a bit further into this TA technical analysis dissection coming through here. As you can see, this is the parallel channel, guys, from obviously the candle body close from December the 4th dump here. From there, it's just been pretty rough, right? Really, really bad. You can see the resistance coming through there. Very, very strong indeed. You can see the support coming through, testing that multiple times. We talked about this last week, guys. We talked about the idea of a short position coming through from here. And yes, we did bang it down. We did lose a volume-weighted ATR band. We did short this zone all the way down, and we're still short now. Look, we've still got a measure move all the way down to around 29,000, guys. 27,000, sorry. To around 27,000, right? Do I think we're going to get to 27,000? I think it's very, very unlikely, right? And that's just in reference to the longer-term time frame here. The lowest point that we actually have got here in terms of this horizontal is 28,778. If we get to 27K here, hang your tie in. We're done. Crypto's done. I'm joking. It's going to be pretty crazy, right? It's going to be really, really crazy. And this is going to be just straight up confirmation that we're going straight into that filthy bear market. And we will see huge, I'm talking huge retracements there for cryptocurrency in general, right? But yeah. We've still got a way to go for that because we still haven't had this daily body candle close here on the longer term time frame. Let me finish off the short term, the midterm, and then we will get to that, right? The level of support that we are looking for now is the previous low here, guys, and that is going to be around 33,000, pretty much on the dot there. If we start to lose 33K, then God help us all. No, we've obviously got heavy levels of support coming through here, especially at 31,173. That's a very, very strong bounce point, right? Especially if we are referencing back in May. Obviously, we all know what happened in May. Humongous crashes to the downside, right? And you can see that the levels of support that we did get on this zone, right? 31,200, this sort of area has been respected multiple times here. So I would expect some sort of bounce coming through here, especially considering the state of considering the state of this downtrend, right? Considering the state of this downtrend, like most recently, we haven't really seen a very strong retracement, right? Even from like the 20th of January, it's been really, really rough, guys. It's been really, really rough. Yes, we do have a lower high here, but it's not really the nicest lower high in the world, right? I would expect a bit more of a retracement. And how much better does this look coming up like so, right? And then bouncing here off this 31,200 area like we were just talking about, and then bouncing up, right? And then setting a lower high for the continuation of the downtrend, right? So yeah, I would expect a bounce at 31,200, pretty much congruent, like solid stuff there. I would definitely expect a bounce there. If we don't bounce there, then yeah, God help us, man. No, if we don't bounce there, I'll go into that on the longer term time frame. You have to bear with me 1 sec. But yeah, the final take profit from my short position is going to be 27,900. So yeah, 28K on the target there. But yeah, it's just blood on the streets, right? We've got many take profits along the way, just because we are prepared for any sort of reversal coming through there, guys. Lauren saying, don't forget to smash the like button while Chester kindly checks our coins. Yeah, I do appreciate those likes coming through there, guys, especially in a market like it is today, right? need a little bit of happiness coming through, right? But yes, let's move on to the longer term time frame. Actually, let's check out the RSI coming through, because we might have something coming through there. Yeah, we do actually. Interesting. So guys, we are setting lows here in terms of the price action, in terms of the chart here, but RSI, not so much. What does this tell us? This tells us, depending on where we're going to have this reversal, there is going to actually be a bullish divergence coming through there, guys. And that obviously does mean momentum to the upside. So there is going to be some sort of bounce point coming through there. It's going to be very interesting to see how this next Next 3 hours and 36 minutes actually reacts here, whether we are going to be setting lows here, whether this low is going to be breaking this low on the RSI. If that is going to be the case, then yes, the bullish divergence will be invalidated, right? But if it doesn't, right, if it doesn't, and we do even range here, guys, if we start to range here for a bit, and that's obviously going to be bringing the RSI up. It will be bringing the RSI up, and that will basically be a bit more confirmation for this this bullish divergence coming through there. So that's something to be looking out for there, for a potential pump coming through there. Very nice stuff indeed. Now, directional movement index, definitely something to be looking at there. Let's have a little look. Look at the ADX, guys. ADX all the way up to 45 there. Crazy, crazy stuff there. Obviously, this does determine the strength of the trend here. Pretty goddamn strong in my opinion. Very, very, very strong indeed. So yeah, really, really quite crazy there, guys. But yeah, we are getting we're getting closer. We're getting when I say closer, we're gradually coming to this bullish crossover, right? We're still miles away from it, and obviously this morning hasn't helped, right? Hasn't helped at all, throwing us back up and also back down, back up in terms of the negative and back down in terms of the positive, right? When these two bad boys cross here, and if the ADX is above 25 or 20 here, that's obviously going to be meaning we could be looking for a very nice, big, juicy move to the upside, right? It's definitely something to be looking out for there. Definitely, especially with this ADX so high, right? I mean, it just shows that there is going to be potentially some strength coming through there. Hopefully, we don't just go sideways, bringing the ADX down like so, and then we have our bullish crossover later on, and then it's all just down here, something like that. And then that's obviously going to be meaning we have a little bit of a pump, but pump in terms of the price action, but nothing too congruent coming through there, like as in solid, as in moves back up to lower highs and all that stuff like that, right? But yeah, that's pretty much what I would say here on the short-term time frame. Key areas to be looking out for there if we do have continuation to the downside is going to be at 31,200. Yeah, 31,200 just for simplicity's sake there. But yeah, still short on this bad boy. We're running that bad boy down. It's all good. It's all good. Making money here. Now, the longer-term time frame, guys. This is where it gets. This is where it gets a bit fun, a bit more fun, right? Just gonna have some more tea, and then we're gonna carry it on. Okay, that's more like fruit juice now. It's pretty cold. Good stuff. Blue Twister, what in God's name was the 1 minute 38k wick on BTC about? That must have killed so many shorts. The whales are here. The whales are coming to play. Yeah, amazing stuff, man. But yeah, let's start off with the BTC update coming through here for the longer term time frame, guys, because this is where it gets, as I said, it actually gets fairly interesting here, right? Because we're going to be reviewing quite a bit. We're going to be going back in history here, back to the previous bull runs and previous bear markets coming through there, because it's some interesting stuff to be looking at, in my opinion, right? So yeah, it's a bit all up in the air, but we're going to see. We're going to have a little look, right? So first things first I want to talk about, guys, tea with milk. No, it's this is what Gun kind of guy says. No, I'm actually having I had my caffeine tea earlier, so I'm having my it's a fruit tea at the moment just to soothe the throat. But yes, as I said to the community, I had a couple too many beers on the weekend. And yeah, still recovering from that. So yeah, not great. But yeah, just yeah, Kevin just bought 1 BTC. Come on, Kevin. Join in the club. I love it. It's what we like here, my friend. Yeah, good stuff, man. Now's pretty much the time to buy, I'd say. But I'm not a financial advisor, guys. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here to give you education on TA. But yeah, let's get straight into this the long-term BTC update right now. Where were we? All-time highs from before, 68,000. That sort of area there, guys. Did we claim 69k? Don't think we did. Near enough. I think it was 68.9, wasn't it? Yeah, 68.9. We basically got there. Near enough 69k. Near enough? Maybe. Just like 30 cents off or something. But yeah, anyway, so 69k for simplicity's sake there, guys. As you can see from there, humongous, dirty, filthy downtrends to the downside. Didn't respect pretty much any sort of major, even moving averages coming through there. If you see the 55 moving average, not really getting respected there. You can see the 200 moving average getting slammed down December the 4th. Coming up for a retest in terms of trying to find that support, but no, didn't get there. Tested it again, no support found. Bang down from the trend line from the all-time high. Yes, rough stuff. As we're saying, blood on the goddamn streets right now. But yes, in terms of what we could actually be looking at now, guys, we could actually be looking at something along the lines of this. If this low is going to be actually holding support, and we are going to see a bit of a micro uptrend here on the shorter term timeframes coming through from this. is what's going to be confirmation for some sort of trend line coming down from here. But as you can see, we don't actually have confirmation of where this trend line is at this point in time, just because we're trying to get as many touches as possible. As you can see, our most congruent point is these 4 daily candle touches here, guys. That's the strongest point. We've obviously got December the 4th, some level of respect coming through there, guys, but there is going to be something coming through depending on where we are now, because we do have a candle body close and a wick there as well. So yeah, trying to get as many touches as possible. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see where this does go, and whether we do see any sort of retracement coming through at that point. But yeah, we're going to delete that for now. We're going to delete that for now. And in terms of death cross, guys, in terms of death cross and the 50 SMA crosses with the 200 SMA, obviously to the downside there, we do see potentially some moves to the downside. Like, it does tend to happen 50-50. You can see death cross coming through here. We did see a bit of downwards momentum coming through like so. We've got a golden cross coming through. Didn't really play out that strong here. After we obviously saw a huge amount of selling pressure to the downside from that. I did think also that this was showcased a lot on YouTube. So if something, this is just an opinion of mine, if any of the major guys on YouTube, like the major streamers, are all showcasing the same thing, like I'm sure you guys know, obviously watching on YouTube, right? Thumbnails and stuff like death cross, golden cross coming through. If you've got like 10 YouTubers with all like 500k subs, all promoting a death like a golden cross here, the whales are just going to sit there like, everyone's going to long, let's just dump it. And they're just going to liquidate the hell out of everyone. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened there in my opinion. But yeah, so as you can see from here, we actually haven't had a crossover for quite a while here. Now you can see the crossover that we did recently have on like the 16th, 17th of January, that sort of area there. It kind of, we had some sort of flaccid downtrend from there. We're a bit like, is it going to happen? We were covering this, is it going to happen? And then boom, out of nowhere, John Cena off the ropes. Threw Bitcoin down like really bad, obviously really quite bad. But this is where it gets like a bit choppy, I guess. It gets a bit choppy because this is actually a very strong area for Bitcoin to bounce, right? It really is, guys. And my reasoning for this is, guys, if you look, first things first, the volume weighted ATR band. There is one example of this which doesn't actually look great here, and that is back in 2018, which we will go have a look at in a sec there. But you can see the bouncing that we have got on this volume weighted ATR band, the support along this beautiful green bad boy here. It's looking pretty good. Now, even if we do have wicks and stuff to the downside here on the daily, our candle body closes are a lot higher, right? They are a lot higher here. So it tells us right here, right now, we could be seeing some sort of reversal coming through here. And even at this, right, even at this, having the volume weighted ATR band up to around 35,700. Yes, it is still a bit of a pump to the upside there. As I was saying, on the short-term time frame, we do need a lower high there, which isn't bad as well. Now, on top of that as well, guys, we do have a very strong trend line here as well, right? We do have a very strong trend line here as well, which is determining on potentially for a level of support as well that we could be using there. Now, this isn't the only one, because there is going to be another trap zone on the lower side of this as well, right? So we're basically going to be doing something along the lines of this and something like that, right? So you can see the level of support that has actually been formed here as well, and also here as well. We're not talking about the horizontal at this point in time, guys. We're talking about the upward sloping support line. As I said, there's a lot of information here on the longer term time frame. You can see the low that we have just set, 33,000, is fairly in line with what we're looking for here, guys. It's fairly in line with some sort of bounce point coming through here. Now, we could still come down a little bit lower and get to 32,700 sort of area, maybe even test, have a little wick to the lower side here, and then see a bounce, right? So there is potential for more downward selling momentum coming through here. Until we hit that trend line of that trap zone of that rising wedge? Yeah, we're a rising wedge coming through there. Yes, rising wedges, they tend to usually break to the downside. So this really does make me think, guys, there is going to be another short position on the table if, and only if, so I'm just going to move my cushions. I feel like I'm falling off my chair here. So yeah, there is going to be another short position if and only if we can see a very nice strong break to the downside, right? If this does happen, this is going to be something to be looking out for, right? Let's go back to the volume weighted ATR band, and then we're going to look at that position, right? Because we were talking about the volume weighted ATR band and the respect that it was getting here. You can see that's a little green bad boy here. You can see the respect that we are getting on the lower side here. Very strong indeed. And when we do lose it, we come back up to it, guys. We do come back up to it usually. So that is obviously that example. I did want to go back to 2018 here because you can see when we did lose it before, yes, we came back up to it, but we actually trended down with it. So this could be a scenario that is going to be happening here if we are in that confirmed filthy bear market coming through there. So yeah, it's definitely something to be looking out for. Now, back to that position that I was just talking about. This is what we are going to be looking for here. I want to see a good, decent candle body close break below 32,200 there. If we see another good break of that, yes, I'm already short here on the midterm. That's fine, right? That's absolutely fine. I'm probably going to be adding to my position or maybe executing another position coming through that from 32,500, basically shorting that down there. And then you can see I'm going to be plotting in some levels of support for you guys to be looking for here. You can see this bounce point here. Bang, bang, bang. Big bounces there from that zone. So what does that tell us? That's going to be a first take profit point for us. Second take profit around 30,198. Third take profit, I'm gonna be going on that candle body close there, guys, because you can see the bounce from that open on that candle body close on the daily there. It's gonna be another take profit there, and then to not quite finish us off, but probably gonna bang another one in 28,700, and also another one in at around 29,300. The reason why we do this, guys, is because we want to limit our losses. So if we're taking profit the whole way down, if we get reversed on halfway down and it comes right back up, we're safe. We moved our stop loss to our entry point. We've staggered those take profits. We're actually moving money out of our position and banking that money as we're going, right? That's what we want to be doing. We don't want to be giving that back. We're here to make money. It's as simple as that, right? We're not here to give it back. But yeah, in terms of a measure move down from this falling wedge, guys, this is where it gets really, really bad, right? Really bad. Really, really awful, man. This is going to be the measure move down in terms of that trend line. So yeah, that's going to be bringing the price all the way down to $18,000, right? 18,000 bucks, guys. It's an emotional time. It's an emotional time, but hey, 18,000 bucks is not the end of the world. There's going to be buying opportunities there, which is absolutely fine for us there. Yes, our hodls are going to be looking pretty bad, but we are, as I said, as I'm doing, this is my strategy here. I'm going to be trading this. I'm going to be shorting it. I'm actually going to be looking for positions left, right, and center across the board from crypto here. In my opinion, I don't care what crypto is doing. It can be going up, it can be going sideways, it can be pumping, it can be dumping. At the end of the day, I'm trading it up, I'm trading it down. I do not care what it's doing. I'm going to be moving the profits I'm making from that trading into my hodl. And it's actually better if the price is lower, because I'm going to be buying these coins at lower prices for the future when we do see massive like bull runs coming through there. I'm going to be accumulating more coins in these lower prices scenarios there, so it's absolutely fine there as long as you're day trading it and you're making that money and then I guess recycling it into your hodl, right? It doesn't really matter what price your hodl is. So yeah, that's what I would say about that. That's what I would say about that. Now, another thing I did want to talk about here, guys, is it's quite interesting. So let's jump to the Bitcoin to US dollar bit stamp chart here. Obviously, we've got the all-time high coming through at around 69k for simplicity's sake here. You can see the retracement that we've currently been on. Currently retraced around 50% there, guys. Really, really interesting stuff. Around 50% there. This is where I was jumping back to the previous runs to the downside after all-time highs and stuff, and I was like, okay, let's see if we can find some sort of correlation coming through here before some sort of pullback, right? So obviously we've got this scenario coming through here, guys. Now let's do it from the previous all-time high when we did see that back in April before we saw that bounce. It's around 53% before we see a nice big pump or sideways consolidation period there. Maybe if we go to that low, it's going to be around 55% there. So yeah, interesting stuff. We'll leave that there for now. Let's zoom back further here, back to 2017 here when we saw the run up in 2017. If you have a look here, it's around 50 before we saw that pump back, so around 43% there, and then obviously the lower high, and then obviously 53% before a nice little pump there as well. So this is you can kind of see the correlation here, guys, between this 53%, this 50% sort of era before a low's being put in, and then a lower high is being put in, right? So it basically is insinuating in terms of the live price where we are at now, guys. In terms of the live price where we are at now, there is potentially going to be a bounce here. So I really wouldn't rule that out. And this is why we are going to be staggering our take profits to the lower side. So we're not basically giving any of those profits back, right? We've got the volume weighted TR band telling us that we're going to be coming back up here. As I said here, this is very interesting information considering we every time that we have come down to this 53% sort of area here, across all the other major runs here for Bitcoin, we have seen a buyback, right? We have seen a buyback. And it's obviously that's 81% because obviously that's back in December 2013. So it's not really the best information there. But let's have a little look at what we've got coming to the top side here, right? So yeah, as you can see from this buyback, so should we go down 53% is around here, right? From the buyback from this low in May, we actually saw a buyback of around 40% there. Interesting stuff there in terms of setting that lower high. And then from here, back in 2017 there, just about, 2017 into 2018, the 53% mark is there. And you can see from there, we actually saw a buyback of around 40% as well there. So you can see what's kind of forming up here, guys. Do I think Bitcoin's going to buy back 40%? Probably not at this time, right? But I do expect some sort of bounce coming through here at some time. And like, with saying that, volume weighted ATR, and we've got this chart pattern as well. We've got a lot of support to the lower side here for a potential bounce here. And even if we don't bounce here, you can see we've got these levels here very, very, very strong indeed. Honestly, I'll be very, very, very surprised, guys, if we lose 28k, right? I'll be so shocked if we lose 28k. But as I said a second ago, it's not the end of the world if we do. We're still going to be making money. But I'll just be fairly shocked if we do, right? I could probably see us coming down, bouncing here, and then starting to like do this sort of sideways and creating some sort of range here, and basically trapping people in longs and shorts here. That's sort of the scenario I would be looking for a whale there. If I was a whale, then that's the scenario I would be. Well, you think like a whale, you're not going to fail. That's what I'm trying to say there. But yeah, that's what I would say about BTC, guys. Bit all crazy, bit all up in the air at the moment. Just be calm, be collected. We're still gonna be making money either way here. I know it's not nice having your HODL depreciating, but hey, this is why we learn TA in both directions and all different types of markets, right? But yeah, let's move on. Should we move on to the fear and greed index? It's gonna be funny. 13, extreme fear on the streets. I'm not surprised. Obviously, we have seen insane dumps to the downside. And to be honest, I would actually probably expect a lower number tomorrow, right? I really, really would. Really, really quite crazy here. Just a lower number tomorrow in reference of the dump this morning. So yeah, we'll just have to see how this goes over the next week or so. It's gonna be quite interesting to see. And yeah, we've obviously got all the ads and stuff coming through there. So yeah, we'll get rid of that as quick as we can. But yeah, let's talk about some crypto quant charts coming through, because funding rates, we're actually negative right now, guys. You're actually going to get paid. You're going to get paid to be holding a long positions, which is quite interesting for you hedgers out there who like to hedge the markets. Yeah, that's obviously a positive thing for you guys right there, right? Nathan saying, good time to buy or wait? Hey, man, I'm not a financial advisor, but it's looking very, very bounceable. It's looking very, very bounceable in my opinion. As I said, we just went through the 53% sort of bounce scenario across every other market, every other bull run that we have, every other sort of bear market reversal of the trend that we have seen there in terms of setting a lower high here. There is a bounce scenario coming through there. Kevin's saying, I'm very greedy right now, actually. Interesting, man. Yeah, this is, it's a very interesting time for crypto in general, because you can see we've a lot of altcoins, they've retraced nearly 15% there. Really, really quite rough. And if Bitcoin is going to bounce here, you know these altcoins are going to bang it up 10%. So there's a lot of money on the table at this point in time, guys. For starters, you guys are asking, good time to buy right now. You know what I would do? I'd wait for stock market open at 2:30 here. Obviously, that's UK time. We're looking at probably in 2 hours, 2 hours away. Yeah, near 1 hour and 50 minutes away. I think that's right, if my math is correct. Yeah, 1 hour and 50 minutes away, guys. Please watch for that, because the blame that I'm putting this on is the stock market crashing last week, right? The stock market's having those retracements at the end of the week last week, and that basically means the stocks are like seriously underpriced at this point in time. So it only makes sense for the big guns at the top, if they've got money in crypto, they're putting the money out of crypto to buy these stocks at lower prices, because they're preparing for a nice big pump to start the week on Monday, right? Hey, I could be wrong. World markets are in the toilet at the moment, right? Obviously, that virus has just swooped the planet and obviously crashed a lot of economies and stuff like that, right? Well, not quite, but inflation and stuff like that. That's what I'm trying to say, right? All these down locks and stuff like that, if you get what I'm saying. It's obviously we haven't really seen the proper effect from it yet, and inflation is really going to start hitting us hard. Like we saw inflation rates climb to 5.4%, the highest it's been in 30 years in the UK last week, guys. The highest it's been in 30 years. So it's all up in the air at this point in time. So yeah, we could really go in either direction, but I'm blaming today and and this crash today on people from the stock market looking to buy stocks at lower prices and basically putting their money out of crypto to buy them lower prices, right? Down log slow. See what I did there? Yeah, where were we? Crypto funding rates. All exchanges BTC reserve. This is quite interesting, guys, because we're actually still. I don't know if you guys can see this. No, you're not gonna be able to see this. This is what Crypto Quant had such a good thing going for it, and it ruined it. It really ruined it. Yeah, you can see all exchanges funding rates, guys. We are actually still heading down, right? It's obviously a reflection of how much people are, how many people are holding their BTC on exchanges compared to their wallets. And to be honest with you, it's sorry, my watch is going crazy. And to be honest with you, this is actually, it's still bullish, right? It's still bullish if people aren't moving their their BTC back to the exchanges, right? So my phone and my watch is going mental, right? But yeah, it's interesting stats there, considering a reflection on the charts, right? Very, very, very interesting. All exchange whale ratio here, quite low, right? And that obviously means that if this is high, then obviously means there's a lot more manipulation coming into the market, right? And this does imply some sort of sideways market coming through now. Now we have seen this dip. Interesting stuff indeed. All exchanges, where are we? All exchanges leverage ratio, guys. That's still really high. I think we probably will see a hit from that tomorrow, right? I think we will see a hit from that tomorrow, just seeing because these charts are like a day delayed. So I do think we are going to see that take a hit tomorrow, guys. So just be prepared for that. Open interest. It's a reflection on how many futures contracts are open at this time, guys. Getting really low now, and it's not a surprise here, considering the reflection of the fear ingredient index, right? When this is really, really low, this is when there's less likely for whale manipulation coming through there, guys. So the lower this is, the lower this is, the better it is for us in a sense, right? We're not just going to get thrown around and liquidated by the whales, right? Obviously, you're never going to get liquidated if you set your stop loss and stuff like that. But yeah, just for simplicity's sake. So yeah, I would either direction. Yeah, either direction in terms of now, but if we wait until stock market open, then it is really going to tell us how we're going to go, because if the stock market starts to crash like we did see at the end of last week, then BTC and crypto is going to really go down the toilet here, because it's only natural bearish stock market, you're going to have a bearish crypto. It's simple as that, guys. So at this point in time, just wait for the 230 open, in my opinion. The thing is, it depends on what you're trying to do here, because if you're, it's interesting, because I'm personally, my hodl is my hodl, and as I said, it's in a separate thing. I'm leaving it there, regardless of what crypto does. If it goes up and down 30-40%, I'm leaving it there. It's staying there. I've got my trading amount, my trading account that I'm just trading, right? I'm a massive believer in separating those two bad boys, less emotionally detached and stuff like that, and I've got my own strategy for that. In terms of reference to my short positions and stuff like that, I want to really be waiting until I get a daily close here for BTC before I enter any other short position coming through here, because unless we are going to be shorting this falling wedge here, this falling parallel channel here on the daily, on the hourly. So yeah, there's a couple of things, but in terms of an overall direction for that pullback that we were looking for, that like a 30 or 40% pullback here, stock market open is going to be the real sort of decider for that, whether we are going to see continuation to the downside here for crypto, or we're going to see that bounce that we are looking for there. So yeah, stock market open, guys, 230. Have a look at that. Retailers do seem to be holding. Yeah, I do agree. I would have expected a bit more downwards momentum coming through after this smart money coming through on the hourly here, guys. I would have expected a bit more. But yeah, you can see over the last hour or so, we are seeing a bit of a retail sell-off, volume being really low, dumb money coming through there. I probably would expect, just as I was saying at the start of the stream here, probably just something along the lines of this, bringing this up to around that stock market open there. And then we'll see what happens there, guys. We'll see what happens there, whether we are going to bounce here and see higher prices, or we're going to see a crash to the absolute abyss, right? But yeah, I think stock market open is going to be a very, very, very solid indicator here, guys. I can't stress that enough. Nearly losing 33K again there. Interesting stuff there. Obviously, with that being said, guys, if smart money is to come through, goodbye. Goodbye. But yeah, yeah, we are coming down, actually. We are coming down. Interesting stuff. But yeah, 34 likes as well, guys. Unbelievable. Do appreciate those likes coming through. Now, what should we do? We've done it. We've done BTC. It took 30 minutes, but we've done it. Let's do some altcoin requests coming through there, guys. So yeah, smash the altcoin requests in the chat, and I'll get to them as soon as physically possible. We're going to be starting off with Ethereum here, because Ethereum, obviously, we have seen crashing to the absolute floor here. Really, really quite aggressive here. Smashing through higher lows, even all the way back from September there. We're below volume weighted ATR band as well, which is obviously a very, very crucial level of support, which... let's see how this has been reacting here on the daily. You can see the support on the daily that we have had before from this volume-weighted ATR band. And also, yeah, it's very, very strong. Very, very strong. It has always been very strong. So this is an indication that we could see a bit of a curl over here for Ethereum and then a bit of a buyback. So yeah, it does, I mean, things are looking like they want to be buying back now, right? So yeah, in terms of a buying opportunity for Ethereum, provided that stock market open doesn't cause like a massive humongous dump to the downside, right? This is definitely some sort of cheap price that I would be looking for Ethereum right now. But yeah, let's move our swing low for our Fibonacci retracement here on the daily, because this is obviously drastically low right now. But yeah, in terms of the Fibonacci retracement area that we could be looking for now, it's going to be around, obviously, when we retrace and have the continuation of the downtrend, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. It's going to be around 2,755, right? So yeah, interesting stuff coming through there. We've got, in terms of requests, let's have a little look. What's TA? TA is technical analysis, my good sir. Bit of Luna and Atom coming through for Lauren there. Do a bit of Luna. Yeah, so to be honest, let's get rid of that. Luna's not been doing too badly at this time. Obviously, we are still in that uptrend there for Luna on the daily. In terms of a bounce point, actually, I mean, you are down 14%, but luckily you did see a humongous spike like a few days ago, right? Yeah. Day ago, did see quite a big spike to the upside, around a 10%, 11% move to the upside. That's kind of what you needed here for Luna to kind of stay strong. In terms of a bounce point, 57,000, getting tired now, $57.34, right? $57.34. That's the bounce point for Luna there. Obviously, this is the symmetrical triangle chart pattern broken to the downside. You can see the measure move there completed. Very nice stuff indeed. So let's get rid of that TA and let's do some fresh TA, fresh position coming through for Luna. Probably a fresh, nice swing position coming through, because in terms of referencing a lot of the other charts coming through there, this is it's actually looking really, really quite good, right? It really is looking really, really quite good. So So yeah, if we are seeing an upwards parallel channel, guys, like we have seen here, then these tend to usually break to the downside, especially in a market like we are seeing today. So yeah, there is still actually a very nice short position on the table there for Luna. And if we are going to see retracement coming through there, it's not going to be weak, guys. It's going to be very, very, very strong indeed. So the move to the downside for Luna is going to be literally around a 39% move to that, 37.7% move to the downside there. Really, really quite interesting to see how that does actually plan out, right? So yeah, we'll be waiting for that. Calm and patient. Calm and patient. Let's look at the idea for a trap zone here, because you can see we do have obviously a wick to the downside coming through and testing that low here back on the 22nd of January there. Obviously, you can see the support level coming through here as well. So yeah, we probably won't be entering any sort of short position until we know we've cleared that, because that is going to be the trap zone there, and that's going to be around $55. From there, short galore. First take profit around $53, and then probably just staggering them down. You can see the support, you can see the resistance from these zones here. The data does not lie. So yeah, these are going to be the areas to be looking out for. We've got 200 EMA as well there. But yeah, bearish. Goddamn bearish. Everything's bearish, right? You swore then. Yeah, everything's bearish right now. I mean, you haven't still broke the low from the 22nd of January, which is obviously a good sign there. And you are above the volume weighted ATR band coming through here on the 24th of January, which is today. So yeah, not too bad. Not too bad overall. Atom. Let's do a bit of Atom there. Yeah, Atom at this time, Same sort of scenario, really, to be honest with you. Yeah, same sort of scenario. We did see a nice bit of a pump coming through previously, but oh, we are on the hourly. I thought we were on the daily. Bear with me. Let's retrace, guys. Let's back a bit. Let's do a Fibonacci retrace here. You can see that we've actually got a range, guys. The range that we are seeing here is obviously this top side and this lower side here, in terms of this level of support coming through here, and also the level of resistance as well there. We have tested this multiple times. We can actually break either way because this is a parallel channel and it's going fairly sideways, guys. So this is very interesting to see over the next I don't know how long, like a month or so, depending on where we are going to go here for Atom. It is all depending on what position is going to be activated, right? Because if we do see Bitcoin actually retrace right the way back up here, we are seeing a bit of a pump at this time. Yeah, tiny bit of a pump. We're probably going to see, if we do see Bitcoin really retrace and go to set another lower high there, and actually see the bounce on the longer term time frame that we are looking for here. If we are going to see that coming back up to around 39,000, then I would expect Atom to really shoot back up to around $44.84 there. Seeing a break to the upside, like out of this range, probably not at that point unless we see more confirmation coming through for BTC. But oh yeah, overall, for a swing position here, for a swing position, for just a chart in general here, this chart is this is a ranging chart right now, guys. So it's a sideways sort of sideways market coming through for Atom until we see the congruent break for the lower side around $20 and 97. God. Let's have a little look at the chat coming through there. Does Simon want a bit of shib? I'll do LRC for Salam. Loop ring, I do believe. Yeah, we're talking about loop ring and how it basically got powered by FOMO at this point. It was very interesting to see how that did happen, considering not a lot of markets were doing anything like this at that point, right? But what you can see here is this Garn fan chart pattern that we did plot in a while ago from the all-time high there. All-time high? Yeah, from the all-time high coming through there. And it did actually get respected in terms of level of supports and resistance there. Let me get rid of the web machine for a second. You can see it actually did get respect in terms of resistance, and also consolidating in terms of this support here. Support, resistance. You see what I'm trying to say here. As you can see, we did lose that halfway point towards the end of the Garn fan as well. So this does actually mean that there is a lot more space for us to be moving down here. And you can see in terms of, this is just a classic, let me get rid of this Garn fan for now, because this is a classic Mount Everest climb scenario, guys. A lot of the OGs on the channel here, if you are new here, I stream every single day, Monday to Friday. We've got a lot of OGs in the chat there. We know the analogy that we like to use for a parabolic motion like so, right? We like to say, if we're climbing Mount Everest, guys, we need to be prepared for a lovely base camp 1, right? If base camp 1 isn't respected and we haven't got enough food and we haven't got enough air to carry on this hike to base camp 2, then we're going to be falling and we're going to be climbing back down, right? So this is basically what you have seen here: parabolic motions to the upside, trying to climb Everest without enough stuff coming through there. And then you can see just getting wrecked basically from there, right? But yeah, let's get rid of that for now, because I want to just say, look at what we are seeing here, because obviously we've got all-time highs there, all-time high test, lower highs being set, low after low after low. You see how steep this is, guys? This is very, very, very steep. Very steep to the downside, right? So in terms of invalidating and getting a real solid lower high to get above here, it's really, really quite hard, I would say. It's going to be very, very quite hard. I would say the buyback here, if we are going to see it for loop ring, is going to be up to $1.19 there. But please just look at this downtrend. It's filthy. It's absolutely filthy. And especially if this has been powered by FOMO as well, there is signs that we are going to see lower prices for loop ring coming through here. Last index. Give me something to short, sir. I wish I could, man. Look at 230 open, man. Look, wait for the 230 open, and then we can see where we're going to go from there. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, man. I can't give you trades out here, but I can tell you sort of direction and that sort of stuff coming through. That I would say Solana is probably due a bit of a buyback here. Solana is extremely oversold right now, like extremely oversold, right? Trading at like $82, right? Crazy. I'd hold off on buying anything until we find out if Russia invades Ukraine or not. I'm not really up together with that news, to be honest with you. Maybe it's something I should look at. I'm not really I'm not pro-war, so gotta stay away from it. But obviously, it is going to affect world economies and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely something to be looking out for there. Thank you, Nomad. Yeah, let's do some more requests, guys. And hopefully they don't. Hopefully they don't. Oh yeah, Solana was next on the list for a request, right? Look at that. Would you look at that? Move for Solana. I was talking about this literally all last week, guys. This move for Solana to the downside here. Lovely, lovely short position all the way down from literally like well, probably got in a little bit later than that. Yeah, around this sort of area here. Around $110 all the way down. You can see the measure move completion near enough there, around 34% drop to the downside, all the way back from like 21st of January. For an asset like this to drop 30%, like that's actually ridiculous, guys, considering how much we have seen Solana pump recently over the course of the last year or so. Like thousands of percent, right? It's just crazy, crazy stuff. So yeah, it's very interesting to see how we have actually seen the retracement coming through like this. Very, very strong indeed. But if BTC is doing this, then what can we expect, right? In terms of where we are now and what could be happening now for Solana? Goodness me, what could be happening now for Solana, right? Sorry, guys, long weekend. As you can see, we do have a lower high that has been set here, and we are setting lows, guys. This does technically mean continuation to the downside. So I would expect lower prices for Solana. Maybe we get a pullback to the 10 simple here, or the volume weighted ATR band, because we know how heavily this is respected here, and then continuation down from there. But yeah, overall, I would say looking really quite bad for Solana. But just remember, it's not just going to keep going down, right? My music just doesn't want to play today, I swear. Yeah, guys, I'm going to be calling it a day on the stream in probably like 3 or 4 minutes or so. Pretty tired. I don't want to skip a day this week, right? I don't want to skip a day in terms of streaming, because I like streaming. So yeah, I like keeping in tune with you guys. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a couple of requests. We've got Phantom coming in for Salam Sadiq. Yes. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly, sir. But yeah, all charts pretty much looking the same right now, guys. All charts pretty much looking the same. We just lost 33k here for BTC. Interesting stuff there. This is the position that we could be looking out for here for BTC to the downside. Now, also, just be aware we have got a wick here, guys, and this obviously means that there is going to be some sort of level of support there. So this is where it gets tricky, because depending on whether we get this candle body close, you get a bit of a buyback coming through as well. They're very nice indeed. Look at that for a level of support. And this is what I mean about retail just scurrying it down along this sort of area for a while now, guys. After seeing that smart money coming through there, is usually what basically happens. We usually have continuation of the move, but like a lot less aggressive, right? A lot less aggressive. So yeah, that's pretty much what we are seeing here since the stream basically begun. So yeah, pretty cool stuff coming through there. But yeah, in terms of the short position here for BTC, this is what I would be looking for. First, take profit. It is a tricky one, really, because we are in this trap zone here, and and usually trap zone is a no trade zone here. But you can see the gap is maybe potentially worthwhile here. It's 1.92. Yeah, nothing too great, right? Nothing too great, but yeah, definitely if you are going to be shorting this zone, if you are going to be shorting 32,800 and 30,800, if you are going to be shorting that, then first day profit is definitely going to be 30,257 there, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm not a financial advisor, guys, at all. I'm not a financial advisor at all. But yeah, let's get rid of that TA coming through there. It's all a bit messy. Yeah, Phantom looking really quite rough at this time. Volume weighted ATR been holding us up at 1.83. Tested that in terms of level of support. You can see the bounce coming through from that on January the 22nd from there. Massive bounce, massive lower high set. It is looking fairly rough right now, probably just due to BTC in general. But overall, guys, when we do invalidate a higher low like we have seen here, we're likely to set a lower high, and then we're likely to set lows. So yeah, probably would say bearish coming through there for Phantom. Crypto.com, interesting one. I know I've got a nice bit of Crypto.com in my hodl. I do think Crypto.com will do very well, and it will surprise a lot of people out of nowhere, in my opinion. But in terms of chart right now, rough, Really quite rough. I mean, we got volume weighted ATR, which we haven't actually tapped yet on the daily at around 31.43 there. And we have seen really, really quite strong downtrends, obviously seeing, obviously from that high back in November, right? Which is obviously very parabolic. This is another classic example of climbing Everest, guys. If we're climbing Everest in a parabolic motion and we don't get base camp 1 in terms of consolidation, we're not going to get to the peak. We're going to descend down. So yeah, parabolic motion. This is another reason why we don't ever buy the top, guys. When we go in parabolic like so, we wait for consolidation. We wait for either a dip, and these are going to be the buying areas that we're looking for here. We're not going to just buy the top because you're just going to get wrecked, right? Just FOMO is bad. Can't stress that enough. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it from me. Oh, no. Let me look at the chat. I haven't scrolled down in a while. Sorry, guys. Just trying to do, we got, short ETH till 1700. I can't say yes or no, man. Lauren says, how's the throat, Chester? Unreal. Unbelievable. Not a problem at all. My throat is unreal. Healthy as it can be. Thomas White, any thoughts on a goodbye area? Of financial advice, of course. On a goodbye area. Now, good sir. This is the potential bounce point for BTC right now. Obviously, if we lose this 32,300 here, there is going to be a short down here to these really, really crucial areas around 28, 29 there. Are we going to lose 28, 29? It's fairly unlikely, but please be aware, the markets are in the toilet right now. We saw that from the stock market last week. If we are going to see a huge worldwide crash, it's probably going to be this week. So obviously BTC is going to react very, very badly to that, guys. Probably worse than any other market. So please be aware from that. Like, just please be aware. But calm and collected, we will survive. Blue Twister, could you do Litecoin for me, mate? Gallo Wood. In answer to your statement there, Gallo Wood, I would say don't ever invest anything in crypto that you can't afford to lose, right? Because crypto is like it's a horrible, filthy, manipulated market. It's the most manipulated market in the world. It's decentralized. So yeah, just don't invest anything you can't afford to lose. Greed is not your friend here. Yeah, Litecoin. I'm on the wrong chart. I'm on the wrong chart. Hold on. This is my swing chart. Litecoin bounce point is pretty much there, right? You're pretty much on the bounce point. You can see the volume weighted ATR one there. Pretty much God mode here. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how you do react from that. See if we've got any more data. Bounce points coming through from there. See a bit of overextended, but you can see we reclaim it and then bounce it from there like a couple of times. So yeah, I would say in terms of a bounce point for Litecoin, it is around this area, right? It really is around this area. But yeah, overall, really awful. Pretty awful. Really bad. Oh god. And guys, don't sweat it. No matter what happens to these markets, I'm still gonna be here every day. Like, I know what I do find, like a couple of YouTubers, right? They obviously, I'm not here to slate on other YouTubers or any of that. We're all friends out there. But they only tend to like keep the streams and stuff going when it's more favorable to them, not more favorable to the audience, right? I know you guys are here to learn TA, and you should, in my opinion, be learning TA in every single different type of market, right? If we're trending down for the next year, I'm still going to be streaming every single day, teaching you how to trade a downtrend for the next year, right? I'm going to be doing that, right? It doesn't go against my goals and what I'm trying to do here, and how I'm trying to help people in changing their lives and getting out of jobs that they really do hate, right? But yeah, it's bit of passion coming through. But yeah, just in summary, I'm not going anywhere, guys. In terms of Ziquilla, ZIL right now, we are setting lows here. We have set higher, lower highs here. We are below all major moving averages here on the daily, which does indicate that we are seeing downward momentum. As you can see, they are getting further apart, which does show the strength of the downtrend. In terms of a bounce point here, it's going to be around 3 cents for ZIL right there. Definitely an area to be looking out for there for ZIL. Yeah, I would say really rough. Really rough. It's just dreadful, right? But yeah, guys, that's going to be it from me. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. I do appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow morning regardless of the states of the markets. I will be back tomorrow morning to just basically walk you guys through it and teach you guys as much TA as physically possible, right? But yeah, I do appreciate you all stopping by, and I will see you all tomorrow morning. But for now, it's gonna be peace out and goodbye from me, Crypto Chester. You know why we're here. We're here to make money. Cold, hard cash. Don't get a credit card, don't get a credit card, don't get a credit card. Ah, applies for credit card. I'm joking, don't get a credit card, guys. Incoming lower high. Cold hard cash.